Who's ready for another animation tutorial? In animation, anticipation refers to the preparation a character has to do before performing an action. Basically, these are subtle movements that the character does before performing the main action itself. Take this shot of me, for example. You'll notice that before I jump back, I lean in a bit forward. Small movements like that will make your animation look more natural. If I hadn't done that, the animation would have looked like this. Looks pretty choppy now, doesn't it? Timing refers to the number of drawings used between two main poses, and it's what determines a certain action speed. The more drawings you add between these poses, the slower the action will be. In this shot, there are 6 drawings between the two main keyframes, which are labeled as 1 and 2. A third keyframe labeled as 1.5 was added later to serve as this action's middle point. Because the first half of the action was quick, only 1 drawing was added between frames 1 and 1.5. But since the second half was slower, 4 drawings had to be added between frames 1.5 and 2. This can be pretty tricky to keep track of, especially if you're working in a group. That's why I recommend using timing charts. Timing charts are a convenient tool to determine how many drawings you'll need to make the action look right. If you guys are interested, I can talk about them in detail in a future tutorial. Finally, let's talk about squash and stretch. This principle is used to give actions the necessary sense of flexibility and fluidity according to what you're trying to represent. In simple terms, this will give your actions a proper sense of speed and weight. Squash and stretch used in subtle movements can also give your characters acting a little extra oomph. Here, for example, you can see how my body slightly squashes as anticipation kicks in. But then it stretches out to emphasize how surprised I was. After this, I go through a slight squash again before returning to a more relaxed pose. In this example, we use squash and stretch while keeping the body proportions intact, but feel free to exaggerate if you're going for a more cartoony feel. Well, that's all for today. Tune in next time for more animation tips. Bye!